Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the sixth episode of Port Richmond when we were kids. Today I have with me Angie Cannon. Angie, good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm glad to have another guest on, and hopefully more will come.
Oh, you'll have more people.
So, Angie, what year were you born?
I was born in March 16th, 1971. I just had a birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm
What do
39 forever.
you
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And that's it. I don't care.
So now, were you an only child? Did you have brothers and sisters?
Now I have two older brothers, and they tortured me my entire life.
Oh,
Greg and
wow.
Kenny. Greg is the old. They're only actually like not even 2 years apart. Like Greg is, he was born in '68, and Kenny was born in '69. I was born in '71.
So, what part of the neighborhood did you guys grow up in?
I lived when I was born. I lived on Weichel Street, Weichel and Ann. Then we moved around. We were, and then Jenny and Clearfield, and then from there I moved. I was down this end. Have you seen it down there lately? Oh my God!
Where up Weichel Street?
On the other side of Aramingo Avenue, it's awful.
Yeah, I'm hearing that's like Beirut. If you
It does look like that down there.
and that's a shame. And
It's very sad though. It really is sad.
well, another reason why I started doing these videos because the neighborhood's changed. It's not like it used to be. We're losing friends, we're losing families to this epidemic that we've had in the neighborhood for quite some time, and we're not getting any younger no more. We're not no young chicken. You know what I mean? And I
Well,
and
but you're
I
only as old as you feel.
Yeah. Well, and I feel it's important for people to share these memories because we have a lot of great stories to tell from our neighborhood.
I know it's awful. Like we lost so many people even before like we graduated high school. It's awful.
Yeah.
They're so young. It's that everyone is. It's all under 50 years old. It's awful.
Wow. So
And then
again,
now in our 50s, and it's like, oh my God, you know what I mean?
like I told you earlier, for some reason my computer's lagging tonight. If you see me looking like a moron, like frozen, just keep going on with your story. It'll probably come back. So,
That's okay.
how far back as a child? How far back do you remember?
Oh, I remember hanging at Richmond Flat. Do you remember them people hanging in the back there in them days? That was where I remember. And then between there and Cox, back and forth, and the jitneys,
The jitneys,
gold
where every
Cambria.
where every corner was met with probably 10 to 15 kids.
I know. Remember they had name. The zeros were on one corner, and then Cox was on another. The zero. Who were all the people in the zeros? I don't remember. I
I,
remember
you
like
know,
Bruce DeLarso and like Pete Hood and them guys. I don't remember.
yeah,
I don't remember
I don't,
anybody else.
I remember the name Zero. That's the first time I've actually heard that in all the interviews that I brought up.
That oh my God, they were on that. There was that store there with the red steps on Golden Cambria on
Yeah,
the other side of Pat Mulvaney's house. And then
yeah.
the dirt store. Do you remember the dirt store?
So let me ask you a question. Growing up, who were your childhood? Hello, man, I'm tongue tied tonight. Growing up, who were your childhood friends?
Oh, I went to Nativity, so I hung out with all the Dana Panichelli, Jeff Brown, Pat Brown, all them, Mary Beth Longo. We all hung at and Powers Park. That was another place.
Yeah.
Powers Park. My cousins were Anthony, Marlo Kolb, Tracy Kolb. So it was us, and then the older guys were my brothers and like Johnny DePasquale and David
Did,
Dietro, like all of them. I hung out with all of them.
wait, who you said Johnny D. Pasquale? Oh,
Mhm.
that's right. That's how I got in touch with him. I guess he saw us chatting on our
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
he's my cousin. He's my mom's a DePasquale.
Oh, wow. Well, him and I have been chatting, and he's going to be next on. Hopefully, his
Oh, is
daughters
he?
are visiting. So
Well, you're going to laugh a lot. I know that.
let me see.
Him and my brother and Maddie Risco were like attached to the hip back then.
Yeah. Well, here goes a blast from the past for you, and I've mentioned this during some of my other videos. How often did you spend your weekend nights at Valentino's Arcade?
Oh my God. My Marlo Tracy used to bring me there all the time when we were younger. I was like 15. They were older, like Marta, they were like 2 and 3 years older than me. So I hung out with the older crowd. I was an old, but yeah, did you play the video games in there? I used to just sit on the side.
The one story I always remember is my mom left her wallet at home. My mom used to work at Episcopal Hospital. She worked in the accounting department. And me and my brother found her wallet and had like $40 in quarters. And like then we got our asses beat when we got home.
Oh my God. I used to take money out of my mom's wallet and go to Heenan's to play Donkey Kong.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh. And
So
did you ever get, she would open the door and say, get in the house, I'm not going to hit you. And then you would try to run in and duck underneath her arms so you wouldn't get in, but she always grabbed me by my hair.
well, one of the things that we were unfortunate having that these kids don't have nowadays, if you had those parents with the cat of nine tails or something like that that could whip you from 15 feet away.
I know. Yeah, but you know what else that we did have that they don't? There was no proof at all.
Yes, yes.
My daughter,
Except these videos.
Yeah, she rats herself out all the time. She'll tell me she went somewhere and then she'll post something on Instagram. And I'm like, you just ratted yourself out. I just saw you on Instagram doing this.
Yeah. Now, I spoke to you just briefly before we started, and what we have in common is you were with a good friend of mine, Jimmy, for 10 years. Now, did you guys had a kid together?
No.
I thought Jimmy had a kid. I can't remember if
Jimmy
it
has
was.
2 kids. He has 2 kids, but I have one daughter. He has a daughter and a son.
Okay. Okay. See, and this is again exactly why I do stuff like this, because we're losing so many great people. You can still hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean, my God, we started going out, I think it was 2009.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I came home. He went to the bathroom downstairs and I went to Wawa to get cigarettes. And when I came back, I found him in the bathroom.
Wow. Funny story I have with Jimmy was when Somerset's used to be open. Jimmy he'd gotten a job with cleaning the mussels downstairs in the basement of Somerset's.
Right.
So he hits me up and he's like, "Yo, Poke, you wanna go help me clean some mussels?" They go, and they got beer downstairs too. So yeah, we cleaned the mussels.
Yeah, you probably had a ball. I swear I never met anyone that didn't like him.
Nah, Jimmy was. I mean, everybody that we lost, even Keith back here. If everybody
Right
get a
after
chance
Jimmy.
to,
It's like
yeah,
2 months after Jimmy did.
yeah, yeah.
And I
I'm just
told
going to
me,
move aside real quick and give everybody a shot of my screen here. There's some neighborhood icons there, so I hope everybody enjoys my little background screen there. So
it's so sad to look at too. Like it's like, oh my God, why?
yeah,
It makes
yeah,
you question things sometimes. Like it really does. I mean, I lost my father he was 37.
yeah. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I was
So
gypped in the men's department, but I
when
missed
you
him. You know what? He still continues to torture me on a daily basis here. He flickers lights and all that kind of stuff in here. I swear to God, he starts me all the time. And I have dreams about him all the time.
yeah. Oh, he's letting you know he's around. That's Jimmy. You know what I mean?
I went to a medium and he told me, he said, he doesn't miss you because he's always around you. I'm like, I know he is because he bugs me. Like I'll be walking around and I'll just smell his cologne out of nowhere. And I'll smell it real strong and then it goes away.
Yeah. The back in the
I
days
miss
of
him.
Jacquard and Polo and Adidas and
Aqua
what
de
was it?
Gio, that was his thing with well, and there's every room in this house has a picture of him somewhere in every room.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss him. I miss him.
So growing up, did you play any sports? You do any cheerleading?
I did. I was a Leprechauns cheerleader, and I played. I played indoor soccer for Pale too for a year when I got thrown off. I kept getting put in the penalty box for pushing people in the corner.
Thrown out and
The
kicked
corner.
out of Pal Center.
Yeah, I was always in the penalty box, so I left there. And I think I played soccer for 2 years. at Cox. But then after that, it was and then came the Jungle Juice parties.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Jungle Juice part. Do you remember Officer Grace?
I, you know what? I remember him very, very well.
He used to come.
243 car.
Yes, the neighbors would call the cops and say that we were being disorderly. He would come and act like he was picking us up, and he would drive us around and drop us off.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Officer Grace.
Who's hanging out with you? Somebody hanging out with you?
My friend Jody, she's here. She's not from the hood though.
So she can't come in. She can't come in the video.
Can't even
She's
have
not.
it.
She's not from the hood.
She can't do
So
nothing. She's
growing up as a kid, what was your holidays? Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. I mean, we had some great holidays growing up as a kid. What was your holidays like growing up?
Christmas was my mom used to have open house every year on Christmas Eve, like everyone. My mom and dad were actually they had like 15 godchildren in the neighborhood. So we would go Christmas Day, we would go visit all them, like all their houses. But Christmas Eve, we had open house. Everybody came to my house, and it was like a big open house party every year. It was great. But then when you start losing relatives and all, it just becomes not. You just don't get into it anymore, you know.
Yeah, yeah. How about
And then
Halloween?
but once we got older, after I had my daughter, then I started getting excited again for her experiences when she got to experience Christmas.
Yeah, me and my wife were talking about, people in our era. We try to keep the traditions that we grew up with, and
Right.
these kids don't. They don't understand that.
No, they have no clue. It's like my daughter's constantly like this. And I yell at her, like, when we're eating, like, get off the phone when we're eating, please. My dad used to take the phone off the hook. We were not allowed to answer the door or answer the phone while we were eating dinner. And you had to eat what was on your plate, or you sat there until it was done.
Yeah. So when you used to go out for Halloween, what was your favorite character? Like, what would you? Mine was Dracula. I love being Dracula for some reason.
Oh my God. My mom used to make, she used to make some good ones. Like she made my brother a clown costume with a mop. Like the mop, that was the hair. It was all, oh my God. I don't remember a lot of, I don't, you know what? I remember stuff that they wore. I don't remember this. I used to be a witch a lot. I know that. And then I used to wear scrubs like when older parties, like we would go to bars and stuff for Halloween parties. But they all
What?
worked at the hospital. So I would just take their scrubs and stethoscopes and go. But my daughter was a tomboy. So I don't think she was ever anything girly ever for Halloween.
Yeah.
Never.
Halloween will never be the same in that neighborhood.
No. And remember, like the trick or treating, like now I don't even open my door because it's
Yeah.
awful. Like, I don't even know these people. I have no idea who they are. I
Yeah.
only know I only know two neighbors, Mike Masone right here, and Johnny Bertolotto lives down the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Johnny and Jen.
And my daughter's coming down the steps now. Say hi, Jada.
Tell her to jump in here.
You
Tell her
say
to jump in.
Jump in and say hi.
Where's she at? What's up? You're gonna be on YouTube later tonight.
He was friends with Jimmy, Jada.
Jimmy,
She
matter
misses
of
them
fact,
too. I'm sorry.
Jimmy, I lived right across the street from Jimmy on Salmon Street.
Yeah, she misses him too. She had a rough time of it.
Yeah.
You know what
No.
was bad when after he passed? Go ahead. Be careful. They left him here for 4 hours.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Like,
because of
I
the
didn't know.
detectives got to
Like
come out.
they asked me if the corner door opened, and I said yes, but he had it like rigged somehow. And I went outside to make sure the screen door would open. So I
Yeah.
thought they'd come out through the corner. And when I came back in, my daughter said, "Mom, I ran in and I almost tripped on his head. He's still in there." And I'm like, "Oh my God." So I went in there and I laid with him the whole time. Sal Salbury came in with my daughter and they had to pull me. They pulled me off, and it was just always a nightmare.
It's again, it's what that has done to our neighborhood is
Awful.
it's yeah. I mean, you think that or you thought that the people who went before would have been enough to say, you know what, I might want to stay away from this. And
I know.
unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
Yeah, it was just everybody. I don't even. There's some like people that have to do what everybody else is doing. I try to tell my daughter that. Like I tell her now, I say, Jade, the 80% of the friends you have now you probably won't have when you're my age. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's
let's delve into the fun teenage
the
years.
fun. Oh my, the jungle
So
juice. But yeah, do you remember the jungle juice parties, Mother of the Lord?
I can't listen. I'm not going to confirm or deny. This is your memories, not mine.
The trash cans with the fruit. Oh my God. I don't, there were times where I didn't even remember how I got home. I don't even like it was bad. We were bad.
Well, here's something that I'm sure a lot of people remember. Remember, you used to have PI Paradise Island back in the railroads. Remember the part of the river where that's where everybody went to party.
Yes, and it was. I'm telling you, we knew. Well, and now they're building all these houses and apartments. Like I don't even. It doesn't even look like the neighborhood anymore.
No, no, it
It's like
doesn't.
they want all the houses to look exactly the same. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah. So let's chat about some of them pictures you posted. I mean, do you
Oh
remember
my
that?
God. You know, I got them. Dana Panichelli had them, and I was like, "Oh, where? I don't even remember posing for pictures back then because we
Yeah,
were always drinking. And
I
my
can
hair.
imagine.
Did you see my hair? It was like 15 inches off the top of my head. Oh my God. And then my brother, did you know my brother Kenny or Greg Cannon? You don't remember them?
I'd have to see them. Like I was looking at your photo, trying to remember you, and there's like unless I hung out in the same area or whatever, I really don't. I really don't remember you, recognize you.
I'm gonna show. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna. I have like 4 more pictures to post. I'm gonna do it today. But there's two. My brothers have. Greg has on a North Catholic class of '81 shirt on, and my brother Kenny has a Genesis concert shirt on.
Oh wow, yeah, the old what like the quarter sleeve ones.
Yes, yes. You know the white sleeves with the black. And
Oh
remember
wow,
the do you remember the Cavaricis and the Jordache and Sergio Valentini?
yeah. Well,
My brother
everybody used to shop at the was it Sunshine Blues?
Sunshine Blue. Oh my God, me yes, I had these high top brown Reeboks. They looked like like Timberlands, but they were Reeboks. Me and my brother had the same pair. And chaps. Remember the shirts you guys used to wear? Oh my God. And the North Catholic boys shopped at the walking stick on
The walking
Kensington
stick too, yeah,
Avenue.
yeah,
The walking
yep.
stick. Have you seen Kensington Avenue lately? Oh my God. What in
Unfortunately,
it looks like The Walking Dead. It does. It's awful.
well, we had Dennery's we used to go to, and Joe Desi's.
Yes, and the record spot we would go to get our music. Yes, Dominic.
If you didn't do what's funny, a lot of funny stuff you see get brought back up on TikTok and stuff like that, where a guy would play his radio next to his cell phone, and then you know what I mean.
Oh, I used to do that. We would record and then hit the pause button when the commercials came on.
And that was your mixtape.
I still have a whole case upstairs of cassette tapes
Wow, wow.
from back when Bobby Azurzak DJ'd at Marv's Bar. I have one of his tapes. I can't believe what happened to him either. I just found out that he passed at Cora's funeral. I didn't even know it.
What, Bobby?
Yes.
I saw it on Facebook and I couldn't believe it.
I
There's a
was
guy on TikTok looked like it was him. I swear to God. I was like, "Yo, Bobby." I was sending him messages and I heard about him. Like, holy shit.
I'm on TikTok. You have to go on there and look me up. We have to go on. Oh, I always get banned though for putting stuff on there about political stuff.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
current situation is a disgrace. That's all I have to say.
yep, yep, yep. What are you gonna do, man? That's why I'm leaving the country.
Are you?
Yeah, so my Facebook and my TikTok, I'm under Johnny Belize. Of course, that's where me and my wife are moving to Central America.
Oh, are you? Great. Oh my
Yeah,
God, that's wonderful.
yeah, yeah. I retire in 3 years, so that's where we're heading.
I love the neighborhood, but it's not the same anymore. I don't think I would miss it if I left.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take you outside and show you my car. I have a passenger. I have a passenger that I drive around during the day. Are you
I can
ready?
only imagine.
Here he
You do-
is.
oh, yo, you're gonna get my video shut down.
Oh my God, I couldn't stop. You don't know how many I get beeps. People beep at me all day and give me the thumbs up.
You know, I used to live the next block up from you. I was 3414 Edgemont.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
but see,
Yeah, that was my first house.
this is 2700, isn't it? Because it's considered Ontario. I don't know why, because
Yeah.
the side door, that's what I use. I don't use the corner door.
Yeah.
Jimmy has it
I,
all. It's all locked up and nailed shut, and I don't know what he did to it, but I'm not. I'm leaving it alone.
so, you know, some of those pictures you had, you guys, you don't remember any, like, what are some of the vivid memories that, like, some
Oh my
classic
God,
memories?
there's memories of just hanging out, getting arrested for disorder, just for listening to radio too loud. We would have Tracy Cole would have that big boom box, but she would have a strap on her arm. She would carry it around, and then running from the cop. That's all we would do.
Yeah.
Run from cops. It was like we were killing somebody. We were listening to music.
So I mean, you're not too much older than me. What year did you say you were born in?
71.
So I was, so you're 2 years older than me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Jimmy used to tell people I was his babysitter.
maybe that was a fantasy he had or something.
I'm like, will you stop telling people like I'm a pedophile and freak? Oh my God, the laughs. He used to just make it. I have videos. I have a video of him, but it's not, you can't see his face, but you can hear him. And thank God I still have it on here. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I used to have a babysitter, Peggy, that lived down the street from me, and she always used to make us come in at night, or not, hello, at night during the daytime to take a nap. And Jimmy told me we would go swimming in his pool in his yard on Salmon Street. And
Yeah.
every time my babysitter would come, I'd have to go underwater. But the only problem is I couldn't hold my breath that long, so I got cold all the time.
Well, he get in trouble? Did he get in trouble all the time? Was he a troublemaker? No, he wasn't a troublemaker when he was young.
You know, um, I mean, Jimmy. I mean, having a mom and a dad, like I just had a mom,
Right.
and Bernie and Big Jimmy were just really, really good people, and I'm
I got,
sure he got in trouble.
my mom and dad grew up with his mom and dad. I think my mom was friends with his Aunt Carol, but
Yeah,
they all, I found more pictures of my mother in this house than I did when I lived with my mom.
yeah, yeah.
My mom's like, we used to cut, she said that they used to have sorority meetings here or something on every week. I don't know.
So, what
My
high
mom,
school did you wind up going to?
I went to Hallahan for 1 year and then I went to St. Anne Business School.
Okay,
We were the last class to graduate there. That's another thing. They're not even, I haven't even, did they all close down all the business schools?
I guess I don't. I mean, I know some people
St.
that
Anne's
went
did, but I
there.
didn't know. Yeah, I don't know about any other schools. But I mean, I was just talking to Jeff Brown a couple months ago about all these pictures that I found, and we were cracking up. I'm like our eighth grade trip. I'm like, we went to Baltimore, and I looked at the pictures, and I yelled at my mom. I said, "Mom, do you let me walk outside looking like that?"
Well, at least we
She's
didn't
like,
go
"You never
outside in
listen to
pajamas
me."
now. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, God forbid. Every time I go to Wawa or Walmart, forget it.
Yeah.
It's like a dress code. You have to wear pajamas.
So, what do you think the neighborhood lacks now, and what it doesn't have compared to what we had when we were growing up?
You know what? It's back then. Everybody knew everybody back then. All of our parents knew each other's parents. All the kids' parents knew. Somebody's parent was always looking out for you. You know what I mean? It was we always had somebody looking out. Everybody did. Like you couldn't. I was never afraid to walk the street. I could walk the streets by myself, and never had to worry about anything happening to me. Not now. You can't do that now. It's like I know two neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not personable anymore at all around here.
Now, but instead of having other people looking out for your kids, it's now you're fighting the neighbors because of their kid,
Exactly.
or vice versa.
Like
No
I had
accountability.
me and my daughter had to go get. I just bought her a gun. Like this is how bad.
Wow.
I went and got a license to carry. She can't take hers outside until she gets a license to carry. But it's ridiculous that you had a. Plus, it's only me and her here, so I don't want to. If
Yeah.
somebody breaks in, what am I going to do? And then I have some of Jimmy's homemade weapons in here that are hysterical.
Hold on. I'm just going to go on a whim and say they're like martial arts shit. Am I right or
And
wrong?
there's a tiny bat with screws sticking out of it. Oh, you
Yeah.
have to say it. It's great. I
Me
don't even know
when
where
I
that.
we went through a phase, Jimmy and I, where he we really got into martial art, like ninja shit like that, and
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah, the
had all these.
Chinese stars. He had a bunch of them in
Oh
there.
my god! See, I told you. I told you. We go way. I mean, it was just crazy, man.
Oh, he was funny. Like, oh, I bought him this thing one year for Christmas. I got it on like that Wish app. It was like $1. It was called Wallet Ninja. It was a metal. It looked like a credit card, but it was metal, and it was a can opener, a cell phone holder, a screwdriver, right? All this stuff. He loved it. I'm like, it was $1. He loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was ahead with the weapons. Oh my god. Oh wait, here's a weapon that we never saw after he passed it on. Me and Kelly, his dad, we walked past it 100 million times, and I noticed it. I dropped laundry when I was going in to do laundry, and this is what we find. Look,
Holy shit!
in the wall.
Yeah. In case he wanted to fix the drywall,
Right.
that's what he was trying to do.
I said, hell, I'm like, I walked past that a million times. I never saw it. And we were laughing, like, oh my God, how long has that been sitting there? Like, I can't, it's been there.
I think when I went in there with Jimmy, they still had the store up front.
Really? When was that store? How old was that? This,
I'm going in the '80s.
oh, well, when I started going out, that was his bedroom,
Yeah,
the front,
yeah.
the corner part.
So what was that? Probably like the mid '90s, late '90s.
When I started going out, it was 2009.
Oh wow, is that much later?
Yeah. And what kind of store was it?
I'm sorry.
What kind of store was it? Like a deli or?
No, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was just like a little corner candy store. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember Annie Lane telling me that it was a store, but I don't think I ever asked her what kind of store it was.
Yeah.
But it
So
still had like the black and white checkered floor and all that in there, you know. But
yeah.
I put rug. I actually put rugs in there and stuff. But I kept it checkered. I now it's like a mauve and gray checkered.
Now here's something that we also had growing up. I'm sure you probably visit many times. The MDG Festival.
Oh my God, I love it. I love the festival. I go every year just for the food.
Fried dough.
Jimmy's been right here. This is where he is. I got his ashes around my neck.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Yeah, I think who got them? Me, Rita, Kelly. Oh, and Rita's sister, Lori. I don't think
You
Kelly
know,
said she got one because she said she'll lose it.
I stopped in Pat's Auto Tags quite a few years ago, and I was talking with Rita, and it kind of got sentimental because she was thanking me how I always mention Jimmy somehow or another in my conversation on social media. So we kind of shared a tear, and I said, hey, he was my friend, So it was a good moment.
I know. I miss him so bad. Like I still can't believe it. It's just like sometimes you just think, well, like I sometimes I look at the door and just think he's going to walk in and be like, I
Yeah,
was kidding. This is a nightmare. Like I really, I
yeah.
just I don't understand it.
And another close friend I lost to that was Jay Trask, Big John. We lost
Yep.
him. I think it's going on 3 years, and that was one where it was like I don't even know how the hell that happened. You know,
I know.
just
And I don't know. I don't know. And then I blame myself for the longest time. I'm like, if I didn't go to the store, I would have been here. But what? And
yeah,
then they're like, what would you have done? Like, how would you stop it? I'm like, I don't know. I just keep blaming myself. I don't know.
yeah.
But I
Well,
started writing after for some reason I started writing. I started writing like poems about it. And I talked to people and they were like, some people said it's a form of therapy.
yeah.
So I'm
So
thinking,
let's talk
then I
about.
started writing. Then I started writing, and they're like, I started writing a book, like it's biography, and it's called "Kissing Ass is a Class I Didn't Pass."
Now you
And
mentioned when you and I started chatting to set this up. You mentioned that you wanted to or started to write a book about Port Richmond. Almost, in fact, the same title I had here. If you want to talk about that.
the Port Richmond book, the poem I did, I posted it on your page or on the group.
Okay.
That poem that I wrote, but I'm writing, but that's how the book started with me growing up in Port Richmond in the neighborhood, how personable it was. Like I said about, in the summertime, you would see the huckster coming up the street, and people. Did you remember the horse rides that they had, like the stables? They would just it would be like a
Pastime pony
dollar. You could
stables.
ride. Yeah, like, and then people are washing their cars and their pavements and porches and playing hopscotch outside, and everybody. It was so. It was I had a wonderful childhood.
Yeah.
I was just so happy. I wish it was. I used to tell my daughter this. I was running them in the street till like 2 in the morning in like second grade. We didn't have
Yeah.
curfews then, as long as we were on the street.
Jimmy's dad used to on Tilton Street behind his house always open a fire plug for us, and we used to have a blast.
Oh, he's so funny. He invited us over there one time in the summer. He's like, "Come over and get drunk with me." So me and Jimmy went over. We were sitting in the yard. I don't know what kind of drink he gets this liquor from, like, it's like 160 proof or whatever. He was making drinks, and Jimmy got sick. He was throwing up in the drain out in the yard. And his dad was making fun of him. He was going, "What's the matter, Jim? You want me to get you a little umbrella, fruity drink?" And he got all mad.
Well,
He's like, "I'm going home."
we're running some out of time. I don't know if there's any other things that you wanted to mention, some memories you wanted to chat about. Um,
Oh, do you remember? Do you remember, like, the break dancing and stuff they used to do out in the middle of and the cocks? My brother used to do it. Ask Johnny when you've interviewed Johnny. Ask him about the slinky slap.
the slinky slap.
Yes, ask him about that. He'll crack up. Just ask him.
Also before we go, I need you to make a public service announcement for me. I need you to publicly call out guys like Dave Detro and Colby. We need to get these guys on here because I think they would be iconic.
Oh my God, they will. Yes, listen, I will tell. Detro needs to. Did you see when you said you were interviewing me? He was like, "Oh boy."
That's what I'm saying. You got it. You have the camera.
I'm
You
gonna
got to
get
call
you
these
see
guys
him
out.
and Bobby Chirac. You should interview too. He's another one.
Yeah.
So
Well, now's your
I'll
chance.
get,
Call them
I'll
out
get on their
publicly.
ass. I will call them up and I will yell at them because I have their numbers and I will do it.
Let me
But
tell you, these
I'm gonna
guys.
tell you right now while I'm on here. David Detro. Who else did you say?
We need Detro. We need Colby. We need Chirac. We need all them. All those
Yeah,
guys that you know
Detro,
about.
Bobby, Cole, Anthony, every one of you. You need to get on here and do an interview for this neighborhood, Mister. Or you're gonna have to deal with me. That's all.
Because you know what? There's some times growing up, and I'm sure you can vouch for this, that there were times where you probably laughed so hard from something they did, said, or something that and you couldn't breathe.
Oh my God, that was all the time, and I don't even remember the last time I laughed that hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's been so long. I would love to be able to laugh like that again. That was great.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
always laughed more when you knew you were going to get in trouble. Did you ever notice that?
Mhm. Dave Detro always reminded me of Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh my God! Don't even start with that. I'm telling you, you have to interview. When you interview Johnny, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. They were so they actually corrupted me when I was younger. Because they were older. They were giving me drinks and all that shit. It was all their fault. Smoking cigarettes and all that. Yeah. Oh my God. And then Georgie Farr, mother of God, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, Georgie's another one that's not doing too well. It's a shame.
No, oh my God, it's awful. This is what I mean. Like, you just look and you're like, how did this happen? How? I don't know. I can't even explain it because I have no clue, and I just wish I did. I
Hit
mean,
the
I have
rewind
questions
button
for
for
God. There are times where I cursed at God for, like, why do you
yeah.
always take these good ones? Like, but he doesn't want. That's why he takes it. He only wants the good ones.
So hit the rewind button for a second, and you have an opportunity back in time to have these loved ones and friends in front of you. What do you say to them?
I don't even know. Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many people.
If you were to have them all in front of you, what would you say?
I love you. I would tell them all I love them. I miss them. I miss and it seems like everyone that you're the closest with is the one that you know what I mean? It's just awful. I feel like everybody that was on my side as when I was younger, like family wise, why the only ones that stuck up for me are the ones that keep going.
Yeah.
But it's well, they say God has a reason. Hopefully we'll know what it is one of these days.
Yep. Well, Angie, if
And
there's nothing else,
I do believe we're going to see them. They say that heaven is the way you picture it when you're alive. So my picture is that everybody's at a big party and I walk in and they all say, "Hey, Andrea's here."
my
And then we
my
all laugh and have a great time.
the only question is, where's that party at? Is it at the backfield of Monkevich? Is it at
It's
Cahawks?
it's at the backfield. That's where with the trash cans with jungle juice and fruit and everything in there. And the old school music. Do you remember that? I don't even know what this music is now.
Nah, there's, you know what? My son listens to it too, and there's more cursing and talking about killing and drugs rather than,
Yep.
you know, it's crazy.
My first concert was the Jackson 5.
Oh, wow.
I love it though. I said to my daughter, and people still listen to him. We don't have these little bubblegum bandits, I call them. But
Well,
yes, music's
I,
awful.
I want to thank you for, taking time out of your night, to talk about the memories. And I'm sure, everyone's going to watch this. Make sure you tell everybody to jump on tonight. This will be up by probably around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm publicly calling these guys out too. Dave Dicho, Anthony Colby, anybody that knows any of these guys, Brian Schrack, Jeff Brown, Pat, whoever.
I'm gonna
You guys
get
gotta come
Johnny.
on.
I'm gonna get Johnny Berlotta down the street too, and I'm gonna make him do it.
Yeah, good old Cabbage back in the day.
Yeah, my brother named him that because ask him why. He shaved his head in my basement and told him he looked like a Cabbage Patch Kid, and that stuck with him.
Well, my nickname Poker came from Kevin Kelly. When
Yeah,
we,
so
when we
I
used to,
didn't know your name until you said poker on. I'm like, oh my god, Jimmy used to talk about you all the time.
yeah, yeah. I used to hold my hockey stick wrong, and it actually was called the Poker, and then it just stuck with Poker.
Well, guess what? Thank you for sharing memories that I didn't know, Jimmy, because I always love to hear stories about him.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, and I wish you and your family all the best of luck in the future, and wealth and happiness. You know what?
And you
Yeah, I mean,
too. And listen, I'm gonna if make sure you let me know if nobody comes forward or if they're gonna tell them they're gonna have to deal with me.
well, you're down in the neighborhood. You're the one that's going to have to grip them up.
Yeah. I'm gonna let them know. Trust me, you'll be hearing from them saying, "Oh my God, Andrea was bugging me."
We're being
You
harassed.
should interview Matty Rispo. Matty Rispo too. He's another one you need to do.
Listen, cool. Hey, yo, Matt, if you're on here, matter of fact, his Madison just joined on to the Facebook page. I approved her earlier today. So, yeah, all these
Tell
guys.
her damn father he needs to get on there and start talking.
Yeah, all you guys out there, you know who you are. You heard your
Right.
name. If you're one of the old, you know who you are. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up however you want to hit me up. We got to get you guys on here. There's many stories to be told.
Yes, and I'm looking you up on TikTok also.
Johnny Belize, Belize.
All righty, I'm going to see you on there. Well,
And
I'll
then
be
don't
talking
forget
to you
to,
soon, and I'm going to send you more pictures on the Facebook
yeah,
page.
and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so that way you always get an update.
I'm going to do it right now, Mister.
All right, Angie, thank you so much, and it was great
Thank
chatting
you.
with you.
You too. Have a great night.
Bye bye.